Flying airplanes never gets old. Defying gravity and taking off from the bounds of Earth into the sky is almost indescribable. Richard Bach, an author, lifelong pilot, describes it well. Bach is quoted as saying, "An airplane stands for freedom, for joy, for the power to understand, and to demonstrate that understanding. Humans have always dreamed of flying like birds in the sky. In 1903, the Wright brothers made that dream a reality. For the last 122 years, aviation became a hobby for many pilots and evolved into an industry that would change the world forever. Flying an airplane is a fun yet challenging hobby. Anyone interested in flying airplanes should take small steps to ensure flying is a hobby they will enjoy. Flight schools offer discovery flights for new pilots. Some people might even experience motion sickness or discover they do not like flying in a small aircraft. I took my first discovery flight at Hooks in 2022 and I enjoyed it. A prospective pilot can decide to obtain a sports pilot license or a private pilot license. A sports pilot license is easier to obtain with less stringent requirements. A sports pilot will only be able to fly a light sport aircraft, which is usually a single engine aircraft. If a sports pilot is interested in flying more advanced aircraft, in the future they may consider obtaining a private pilot license, also known as a PPL. A PPL allows the pilot in command to act as the pilot during visual meteorological conditions. This means the pilot can rely on visual references without depending upon the aircraft's instrumentation. It takes about 9 months to a year of training to earn a PPL. I earned my PPL in August 2023. Airline transport pilots must have a Class 1 medical certificate. It is important for a pilot to learn if they can obtain a Class 1 medical certificate before deciding if they want to turn their hobby of flying into a career. The FAA is the agency which governs the medical clearance for pilots. If a pilot wants to be able to fly in non-visual conditions, they must learn how to fly relying on the instruments in the aircraft. Examples of these conditions include nighttime flying or flying in cloudy or foggy weather. Sadly, pilots sometimes find themselves flying in conditions that they do not have expertise in, which can be deadly. JFK Jr., his wife, and his sister-in-law were killed while flying a private plane in a foggy weather without training to fly in such conditions. If a pilot wants to continue training, additional ratings are available, which are typically needed if the hobby pilot wants to pursue a career as a commercial pilot. A prospective pilot who is interested in aviation should learn about the history of flight to achieve a better understanding of aviation and how quickly aviation has evolved since the first flight in 1903. On December 17, 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright flew the first successful powered airplane. It consisted of wood frame with fabric acting as wing, with a 12 horsepower engine. The longest flight that day was 59 seconds, and it cleared about 852 feet. The first jet aircraft was created in 1939 by the Germans. It was known as the Hans von Ohain and was powered by a HES-3B turbojet engine. The first jet-powered aircraft was the Messerschmitt Me-262. This was used by the Germans in World War II against the Allied powers. This was significant to the development of aviation, which led us to the modern jet age. After the introduction of the jet, we witnessed many advancements in technology from the late 1970s to present. Computers helped create rapid advancements in aircraft design, automation, and systems. This made flying safer, smarter for all. GPS, also known as the Global Positioning System, is a system that was created in the late 1990s. This system allows for more precise location data, which makes navigating national airspace safer and easier for pilots and air traffic controllers. Lastly, the Concorde was the first supersonic passenger aircraft. It pushed the boundaries of aerodynamics. The Concorde showed passengers the future of aviation with its impressive design and high speed. Some hobbyists might hope for a career as a professional pilot. There are jobs in cargo, passenger, and corporate aviation. Some employers include UPS, FedEx, Southwest Airlines, Delta, United, as well as many corporate and private jet companies. The hobby of flying can ultimately lead to a lifelong career with opportunities in many different fields. Whether a hobbyist or as a professional pilot, flying an airplane is a fun pastime and an experience you will not forget.